Hello, can you hear me? Good morning, Reverend. We're struggling to hear you. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Good. Nice to hear from you. Reverend, the last time you were here, you did mention that you were scared a repeat of 1993 could possibly occur in 2023. And lo behold, it has occurred,
Yeah.
And we're talking about it now. For you, the first question I want to ask is, how have you seen Peter Obi handle himself in terms of how Abiola handled himself in a similar situation?
It's a sad story, honestly. Before I start, I don't think we Nigerians want good people to rule us. I cannot understand this scenario at all. I'm happy that Peter Obi is very calm. He's a presidential candidate, is a president in making. He has the qualities and he can rule Nigeria to the next level. And it looks like... hello?
I'm here with you. I'm listening to you.
Okay. It looks like brain doesn't want to rule Nigeria but money.
Yes.
And people are suffering so much, and people that are on top did not see that the reason that Nigerians are suffering. And as such, they want to give in the position of the presidency to the wrong people to make us suffer or kill all of us gradually. I cannot believe that.
Thank you.
I'm happy that Peter Obi is calm. I just wish that if they go to court and it will be turned, the verdict will be turned upside down, but I doubt it.
Yeah. See?
So we just have to accept the wrong people who are ruling Nigeria. I don't know for how long, I don't know.
Keep fingers crossed. Earlier on in the show, people said we're looking at the gains we made. Mr. Michael Okoye said there's now there's another big political party in Nigeria besides the main two. Prince Ekmerediawa said Labour has now won 88 seats in the National Assembly.
Yes.
Josephine said we have used this to beat tribalism in Nigerian system because we have shown we can vote for one candidate.
Yes.
Bankole has said he's hoping for a different outcome with the judicial system this time around, that it looks as if there might be hope there. But for you, as a Nigerian, do we look as a country that we've learned anything from 1993 based on what you saw last week?
No, we haven't learned anything. At all. We are going from bad to worse.
Yeah.
For a country filled up with learned people, filled up with graduates, filled up with people that can rule, even not Nigeria alone, the world can behave in such a manner and cannot see that we are voting or people are trying to vote in the wrong people. Just for what? Just for the wrong people to use money to kill the other people's off?
What did we gain?
Thank you. What would they gain?
Do you see any?
If you kill everybody off, whom are you going to rule? Yourself?
Do you see?
You can acquire the whole world. You die one day, you are not going to take the whole world with you. You die alone. So why are you not trying to make sure that we are together, we can rule ourselves, because a person who has no opportunity to live better can be able to say, yes, this is me, this is Nigeria, I'm a Nigerian, I'm living the way I want to live. You cannot just come from somewhere else because you have the money. And I said, I saw a video where they are giving people 1,000 naira plus a can of Coke to go and vote, and they're accepting it. Why? Because they are so poor and they don't know the better. Yeah. I felt like I don't think I'm a Nigerian. I felt like telling people that I'm a Nigerian. I went and saw my doctor yesterday, and he's a Ghanaian.
Yes.
And he showed me, say, how can you Nigerians vote this man that is dying tomorrow into power? I was ashamed. I said, yes. That's how it goes. But it's wrong.
Yes.
Can't we do better? Can't we see the right thing and do the right thing? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that the INEC chairman did everything possible to
rig the result.
To rig the result. And he's still standing there looking at you. Right? The rumor says that he was paid $170 billion to rig the results. We're still there looking at him, you know. So why can't we arrest him and put him somewhere, or arrest all his assets and all that? Why can't Nigerians stand up to do the better thing than doing the wrong things all the time? I'm so ashamed of myself as a Nigerian.
This is the problem. This is the problem. As far as you can see, is there anything positive to have come out of this election at all? To say, I don't see any. I see the gains that we have made, but we have missed the ultimate price. Would we get this opportunity again?
No, I don't think so. You know, I mean, Jonathan came to power just through the back door. You know, if it's to go to voting with from the scratch, Jonathan was given the vice presidency, and the man died. He became the president.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
If it wasn't so, the South or the East or the West would not be able to have the opportunity to win.
To rule.
You know?
Yeah. Well,
so that's how it goes.
Okay.
You know?
You are a Nigerian, and we're sampling opinions about what happened last week. People have talked about the gains that we made. You know, do you see anything positive out of the result of this election?
I feel sorry for my country, and I'm really, really disappointed. I'm actually ashamed to be a Nigerian at this point in time.
Oh,
seriously.
Sorry to hear that, Rosetta.
I'm glad we can laugh.
I'm truly ashamed. I mean, this is 21st century.
Yeah.
21st century, people are just pulling the wool over your eyes, just like that, with the turnout of people that actually went out. I mean, this election in particular was mind-blowing. Everybody came out, and to me, that means people want change. They want a difference. They want change.
Let me ask you now, you know, if you go back to 1993 and 2023, I think the turnout of people in 2023 was far bigger than the one in 1993.
Yes, that's true.
You know, it was very obvious the choice the people wanted in 2023 more than 1993.
Well, it was. And 1993, we don't have the coverage that we have now in social media and all of that. You're talking about 30 years ago. That's exactly when I arrived in the UK. Yes. So that's a long time.
So if they can do this to us now, with all the social media and everything we have, is there anything left to put in place to say this will not happen again?
No, I don't know, because to be quite honest, these people, they are corrupted. Corruption runs in their blood. Yeah, they are the same people running the office. They're going to be the same people in years to come. And if Tinubu actually gets away with this, we're done. We might as well not vote. We might as well, to be quite honest, sometimes when I sit down, I actually say to myself, do we need the army? Or do we need the white man to come and colonize us a second time? I don't know. I'm just thinking of the options, because it feels like we cannot govern ourselves. We have the right people that can govern us. What stops us actually from doing that is the corrupted people, and INEC of all bodies.
Yes, it's all Tico.
I like to be hopeful, but sometimes with that country, some days I'm really, really pessimistic.
You're right.
I know I should be optimistic, yes, but sometimes when I see what is going on, I don't want to lie to myself.
If there's nothing to be pessimistic about, there's nothing. Tico, what are you saying?
It's pitying. I felt, to be hearing everything I'm hearing, I felt her pain. You see, when you have a country where we have two citizens, one is a citizen of the country, and the other one is citizen of corruption. And once the citizen of corruption is more than the citizen of the country, it becomes difficult, challenging for things to work. And then we'll now be looking, now we say INEC. as if INEC is one body on its own, operating like a robot. But no, INEC is still full of people, Nigerians,
yes.
which these are the ones I call the citizens of corruption and not the citizen of the country. Because if you're a citizen of the country, you put the interest of the country first before your own self-interest.
I don't know. I think we just need to think for ourselves as a country. I mean, for me, I think, military or, I don't want colonization. I don't want the white man to come and colonize us again. But if we cannot govern ourselves, then I want what is best for my country, because people are actually suffering. We are just opportune to be living here. And when those phone calls are coming in from Nigeria, asking for money, telling you how they are struggling, I mean, it's unfair. If we cannot govern ourselves, please, military, I'm prepared for it. Colonization, if it's going to work, at least when they came, we were eating. When the white man came to govern us, were we not eating? We were eating now. People were working, we were eating. So the ordinary man cannot even boast of a 3 square meal on their table. If they eat once a day, it's like they are just grateful. It's unfair.
Thank you.
Rosetta, just backing what you're just saying, I say that is why when they're saying democracy, I said, what is the essence of a democracy that is not working for the people, in spite of you saying it's a system for the people? I said, I prefer a dictatorship that is working for the people than a democracy that is killing the people.
It's worked out. It hasn't worked out. I am not sure. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Igwe.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks, my man. Well done. Good job.
Have you slept, if I may ask you, and how much sleep have you got from last week till now?
Well, I've not really slept as I would normally have slept.
Now, for you,
I've been stressed up with daylight robbery, and you can see on the internet everywhere. Emanating from Nigeria.
Well, I want to say you've been with us. We're trying to count our gains, but I want to ask you, is this in your heart of hearts, if we're relying on Nigerian judiciary to overturn this result, if we have to be truthful, is this the end of the road for this movement?
No, this is just the beginning.
Thank you.
This is just the beginning. I want to align with Michael Koye, with friends and those who are spoken.
Yeah.
Now, you got 3 major political parties. In fact, it's even going to be 4 major political parties, which say the NNPP. Now, having said that, we are informed this morning that we have 88 national members of the assemblies.
Yes.
88 national assemblies. That's a big plus for Nigeria. Secondly, the INEC shot themselves in the foot. They will be doing things in the old order, but this is a jet age and social media age. Everything is in the open. I told somebody said a while ago that the judiciary believes in the technicalities or whatever. But I tell you, this is going to be different. It will be different, 100% different.
You feel the judiciary, they will be pushed this time?
They will do it in a different way. Because, you see, the Supreme Court has already given a judgment about inclusiveness of to the 24th state, inclusive of the federal capital. That is the judicial, that is Supreme Court judgment. So they cannot come and now say what they've said before it is wrong.
So
and again, we can see. Let me just give you an analogy. It's about let's say last over the week, Arsenal beat Everton 4-0.
Yes.
Now you're not saying after the result has been declared, you can see clearly. You know, we somewhere right Arsenal 0, Everton 4. That's what be happening.
That's what happened.
That's what happening.
That's what happened. That is
so. It is everywhere. It is in their server. It is everything. Everything is there. Everybody is coming out. What they are saying, if INEC have the time, they will call all the polling unit officers and question them and bring their results. Most results are there. Most people have their pictures of the result they collected.
Let me put something on your table. Since June 12, 1993, we have been doing continuous electoral reforms to ensure that situation never presents itself again. I think with what happened last Saturday, the last 30 years appears to be a waste of time. A waste, because...
I would not say it's a waste of time. I would not say that it's a waste of time.
Please enlighten us, because...
what I mean that it's not a waste of time, there have been an education. You see, basic mathematics will tell you some few things. The election has never had it so good after June 12th. It has never had it so good. A lot of people have come up. A lot of people are now becoming obedient. And even the electorate says, you now cannot see who to accuse, who to point accusing finger to. It was clear when the result was being read that INEC chairman was heavily compromised. Heavily compromised.
So
Morning, yes. I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, wonderful. Nice to hear you.
Good.
Okay.
Josephine, I quickly want to pick you because we're all lamenting about the results of Nigeria last week. I know women are not really into politics, but did you feel something happened last week in your household? Maybe your husband or so say, we are down, politically.
Yes, he was down, and he was always on the news, Arise News, and on his phone, and he wasn't happy at all. There were a lot of arguments, there were a lot of bitterness, So yeah, he wasn't happy because he wanted Obi to take it.
Yes.
There were a lot of sadness because I wanted Obi as well. For me, I don't know where, Tinubu is going to take us. He's very frail. He can hardly walk. He can hardly talk. He's not well. I really don't know how, that is going to help us because I was actually looking forward to a better Nigeria. Even my kids, they were glued to TV. They were very sad, You
see,
yeah, he affected everyone in the house and in the family.
Thank you. I think we're heading, I thought we've hit rock bottom, but do you think we're still going down, yet we missed the opportunity for a reset here?
Listen, 8 years is a very, very long time. Things can happen. If it's not rectified now, I don't know when it's going to be rectified. That's all I can say. Because like I said, and I will say it again, I really don't know, why we will still have people, after what we've gone through in Nigeria, people voting for the wrong one, and then even when they voted for the good one, the election was rigged and stuff. It beat my imagination, honestly. It beat my imagination to think that such can happen.
Well,
when we were having hope for a better Nigeria. Do you understand?
Yes. Good morning, Bankole.
Good morning.
Good morning, Bankole. We are having a reverse conversation of what we have normally had, and I think you've been with us on the show since. We have counted our gains.
I have.
We have got House of Assembly members. We have got a movement. We have got major political party to join the other two. And as Josephine said, we have also managed to beat tribalism in the process. Now, I want to talk to you first.
In 1993, it was June 12th. During Abiola, it was very clear for all of us that because I voted for the first time during that election, and we knew it was a landslide victory.
Yeah, I remember that it was.
And then the magic of we're going to. Why I'm bringing history is 1993 was the first time where they said as we get the results, we are going to put it on. We're going to because in 1993 they had a board in front of INEC where they were putting the results, and for some reason when it was clear that Abiola was winning, they stopped collating on the board. And before you knew it, June 12 happened and it became a mirage.
So that's 40. So it's 40 years on. We are still watching the same movie.
And now we had electronic transmission in 2022. Oh, we're going to electronically transmit in 2023. This is the final? This is a game changer. They gave it all kinds of names. So they work up. They also made us look forward to this election, and all of a sudden, what I don't understand is you have a system that you said was flawed. But it wasn't flawed. You had the presidential election, you had the Senate election and House of Reps election. And what I still do not understand is how come we had a flawless House of Reps election, we had a flawless Senate election, and when it got to presidency, the story changed on the same system, using the same process, the same.
Let me say, sorry to interrupt you, but what do we have to do now? If we looked at, like you said, from 1983, 1993, and now we're in 2023, as Nigerians, do we have any other option to play here to bring a different outcome, say for the next election?
No, the truth is, it's very clear. Now, they put systems in place. I think what they did not expect was, okay, the people would embrace it because people have sat on the fence for too long and accepted things the way they throw us any bone, any crumb, and we take it. But they were not, I don't think they were expecting citizen participation the way the citizens have taken this, where you find citizens who are telling the police, or when people try to, like you saw the lady who was stabbed in the eye. She went to get treatment. She got, even with the bandage on her eye, she came back to vote. You saw videos of people fighting to protect their ballot boxes, and they stayed there and they counted their ballot, the results, took the pictures, took videos. So you see, technology has helped us. I think what's happening is in the other ones we didn't have technology. We didn't have mobile phones. We didn't have phones that could take pictures and all that. But now, right, we have all these tools that we can, tools and systems that we can use to collate all this information.
And with all this evidence, as it was, with all this evidence that wasn't available then, being presented today, as we saw it, because there was no social media in 83 or 93. We were very heavy on social media more recently and on February 25th. How come they were just able to do what they did? Yes, so Sas, I'm back here so we can continue. I was just talking to Tico in the studio and counting our gains. Do we need... is this an opportunity for judicial reform in Nigeria? Or do you think this is going to have the same outcome as June 12th, since we've put places in the hands of the judiciary?
That's a good one. Well, I think that it could take a lot of will to change the system. And don't forget that those that are benefiting from the system as it is would not like a change in the status quo. But I think if we have a president elected by the people, that president should be able to ensure that we have a change of orientation. It's not just about the judiciary, it's the whole system doesn't work. Even INEC as an institution failed Nigerians. We spent billions preparing for this election. And at the end of the day, they did not use the equipment that was supposed to guard against rigging. The INEC did not use beavers, for example. In the older positions for, let's say, the House of Reps and the Senate, they were able to transmit results through beavers. But when it got to that of the president,
it didn't work.
They said they had problems transmitting from the polling units. And I think that was one of the systems that was put in place to ensure that there was no rigging or manipulation of results.
Sorry, go ahead. Please.
No, I said this is daylight riggery. going through the calls, that was Osasi Binovia, and he's also raised a subject. How do we have these highly placed, educated Nigerian individuals that we put our nation in their hands, and they come out and just lie? I don't want to sugarcoat the words. These are people's fathers. These are people's brothers. These are people's mothers, or whatever I can say. But it's not possible. It has not worked in the past. Nigerians are doing this to Nigerians. In the future of Nigeria is showing we cannot govern ourselves, and the military coming back into power, and possibly even recolonization is on the table. Do you share these beliefs that we have run out of options?
Yes, I think so. We have run out of options. Honestly, now every sector of Nigeria is trying to have their own breakup plans, and Oduduwa is doing his own. Biafra is doing his own.
Yes.
Now the Ijos are doing their own.
Yeah. Yeah.
And eventually, probably everybody has to break up Nigeria and stay on his own and govern his own people.
Yeah.
I cannot see it happening that we say we are all one and we are not one.
That's it.
And people are suffering at a rate. We are at war, but we seem to think we are not.
Well, you see, that's no problem. If such thing that is happening now in Nigeria is happening abroad, that people will come out, everyone will come out and burn down everywhere.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? What have we done wrong? Why can't we allow somebody to give us what we want?
I know.
Thank you for calling back. First thing, the military, we shouldn't forget that the military, they are Nigerians as well.
This is it?
So I don't think anything will change. I still believe democracy is the best form of government.
Democracy has not worked?
It will work. Like Bankole said, it's still a work in progress. If we continue to do what we've just done, at some point, the oppressors will give way.
How long is that point?
Maybe starting with this movement.
Tico says it's not going to be in our lifetime because we have experienced 30 years of pushing, and Saturday showed us we have not achieved a damn thing.
Sometimes change will start from somewhere, even if it's 30 years. I still believe democracy is the best form of government, and also I do not subscribe to the country going, different regions going their separate ways, because let's be frank also.
But we are staring at the country trying to go in different ways. You might not subscribe to it, but the reality is because of the suffering on ground, people.
Yeah, I'll tell you why I do not subscribe, if you allow me.
Yeah.
Why I do not subscribe is this. See, my brother, if Oduduwa and Biafra today, say for example, they separate from Nigeria as a country, the critical stakeholders that we have today will still be the critical stakeholders in those newly formed republics.
Yes.
So there's no movement there. It's
correct.
the same thing.
You are correct in that.
It's better for us to make it work together. And that is if we make this democracy work. Let me tell you, don't forget, these old men are jittery. They are afraid right now because they've not seen this kind of thing before. And these are analog men, and the young ones coming behind us will change our country. Let's have faith. It will happen.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with Tico, but I want to see indices. I just don't want to agree with you for the sake of I'm looking at a better tomorrow. I want to see signs. I want to see. You understand?
The signs. Oh, can't you say the sign? LP. P.
Well,
that's the sign. Let's say that LP is not there. Go on.
Tico.
Yeah.
In 8 months.
Yes.
In 8 months.
That's it.
The progress that we made with the obedience movement should be an indication that the people are tired. They want a change.
That's it. People want
It took
change.
8 months. It took 8 months for Obi to galvanize the nation. And today, the Labour Party have more than 80-something federal lawmakers.
That's it.
Well,
that's something we should approach.
Well, we are moving forward.
I can see that.
Yeah, moving forward. Although it's a slow movement,
Yes.
but there's nothing wrong with slow movement because snails and tortoises are still moving.
We have now tried to place our faith in the Nigerian judicial system, and I just want to track back history. The last time we put our faith in the system for June 12th, is it now that what? I don't have any faith if I look back on history. But what is your take? Are you hopeful that there will be a different outcome?
No, it's not. It's not about being hopeful. Yeah. You can say that maybe because of that is you're rooting for Obi, so you can now say you're hopeful if they go to court, they take it a legal challenge, that it's gonna be like a turnaround. But it is what it is. I cannot say the judiciary system it's proving to be, honest, pure, fair. I know now all this kind of word seems doesn't exist in our judiciary system. But if you don't take it through the system, you would not know whether the system is reliable, is still working. So that is why I would not say, because of our past result, that there's been disappointing, and you don't go down that route. No, saying that it's like you are denying yourself to go down the right direction, because the normal process at this stage is to go down the judiciary system.
Okay.